My name is Orville Maciel, aka Swankie the Villain. I'd say I'm an artist, creative, and actor. I've acted in the past when I was younger, teenage years, getting back to it now, voice acting. So yeah, that's about it. And I'm a weirdo and I don't know. That's it. That's just, yeah, basically who I am. I think actually it started when I was much younger, like before high school, just watching, to be honest, Eddie Murphy. I think it was like Coming to America, and I watched that movie. I was obsessed knowing that he did different accents, he did different characters, and that's something that I was always drawn to. Him, Jim Carrey, just eccentric, Robin Williams as well, just inspired by them. And I immediately told my parents, like, I want to get into acting. And of course, coming from an immigrant household, they're just like, wait a minute, like, we can't really afford this. How do we go about doing this? So this is like the beginnings of internet, just researching, going through the newspaper. I remember finding an ad about like acting classes, and I begged them, did the acting classes just down the street over here. And they were like, hey, this guy has some promise. We want to help him get an agent. And I had to do headshots. Shout out to my brother, because my parents didn't want to pay for the headshots. And he's like, yo, my first paycheck, he paid for my headshots. And then I got some roles. I started doing like a short film for an animated series. I did a lot of things with CBC Radio. And then I started doing some on-screen stuff, thanks to a famous director, Deepa Mehta. She helped me get into first radio play that I did. It was with CBC Radio and Soul Pepper Theater. We did 4 nights, days and nights, matinee shows, and it was a live studio recording play, live to air on the radio for a story called Funny Boy. And then from that, she cast me in a movie, Heaven on Earth, with a Bollywood actress, Preeti Zinta. I better say that name right. And that was over here. We filmed here in Brampton, in Toronto. And then from that, then I went to university, and it was just whatever. But in high school, getting into Cawthra was like very, I don't know. I guess like I grew up in like Bloor Fieldgate, you know, bunch of immigrant kids, everyone our home school. Like I went there from kindergarten to grade 8, everyone was going to the same high school. And then here I am like, oh, I'm gonna audition to a high school that's like an hour and a half away. And I gotta take a bus to school every day. And they're like, what? You could just go to a high school that's 10 minutes away. I'm like, I don't know, I really wanna get into this, you know, acting thing and see my potential. So it was nerve-wracking. Getting there in grade 9, didn't know anyone. I maybe just know 2 people, but we didn't have the same lunch. So I ate lunch alone for like at least a month until I made friends. But then I found creative minds, or people that had like-minded taste in music, in art. And I'm just like, whoa, there's more of me, which was pretty cool.